Jeremy, have you never heard this story?
No.
I'm so
This
glad
is
that
crazy that it's coming up post-marriage.
5.5 years
Lauren, this
in.
is a crazy story. How have you not told this on the pod?
Wild Til. You ready?
Yep, let's go home. We are big fans of DoorDash for food and alcohol. It is crazy having the ability to order a drink from your couch. One that I'm a big fan of. So next time your fridge looks a bit lonely, remember, a full refreshment restock is just a tap away from DoorDash. Beer, wine, cocktails, you name it. It's delivered through DoorDash. No store runs, no hassle, just more time enjoying the moment. Order your alcohol with DoorDash today and drink in the savings. Use code WILD to get 25% up to $15 value on a $35 minimum subtotal on your next alcohol order. For eligible users only. Terms apply. Must be 21 plus to order alcohol. Drink responsibly. Delivery and promotions available only in select markets. Welcome back to Wild Til 9.
welcome back.
Guess what?
What?
Consummated.
Oh, we consummated, guys. We're officially married. We didn't have a witness, though, so maybe it doesn't count.
Well,
Diggo is a witness? Diggo was, in fact, in the crate. So,
and this is right before or after we discovered one of my sleepy time AirPods
had been eaten by a dog.
had been redecorated.
Had been rearranged.
Mm-hmm.
Rearranged. So we have been closely monitoring the poops of both dogs. If I were to put money on it, I would say that Moose was intrigued by the scent of your waxy ears.
I do have.
It's basically a gummy candy at this point.
I don't know if we needed to talk about my earwax.
Sure.
I mean, not that I'm not comfortable with
Totally,
it.
totally,
It's
totally.
just for others. you know.
Yeah, of course.
Someone out there probably has an ear thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, we just want to say thank you for literally the nicest, most heartwarming feedback and comments and well wishes on the wedding debrief episode last week and also the wedding recap vlog. Oh my God. I don't think I realized how I guess I wasn't expecting. I was expecting everyone to be really nice, but it was like it's just so exceeded my expectations. The amount of people who left comments who said that they're just like a silent viewer, just very passive, like have never left a comment before and left the sweetest comment. Literally, I could cry.
I don't think I thought it was going to be all that nice. But I've also, but I'm like, I feel like if I could just open up my like DM requests over the years to people, they'd go, oh, wow, that is awfully mean.
Yeah.
But also not people like me, like trying to be, I feel like people just say things sometimes without thinking.
Oh, totally.
And so.
No, they're thinking. They're for sure thinking,
Sure.
but they are hiding behind. Anyways, the comments were so incredibly nice.
Right. So I was not only like, I thought they weren't going to be all that nice. And so they were really nice, like thoughtful.
So thoughtful, so sweet.
The comments that make me go, wow, this is nicer. Like, I feel like I'm not even aware of just how much I appreciate this.
No, I know.
I don't know. It feels like it's surreal.
Just like so emotionally invested, I could literally burst into tears.
The reason why it's nice for me is I think guys do a really bad job of constantly shitting on each other when they show any sense of genuine emotion or feelings whatsoever. And so I don't know if there's ever been more content of me, I don't know, looking like I'm in love with you.
So happy.
Ever posted on the internet.
Right.
Like, we're not talking. It's not like, there's not like conversations. It's just like that day.
Sorry, go ahead.
So for people to be nice, but also be nice when I've certainly, I felt like gone through like a bunch of, well, honestly, every single time any dude does anything nice, it's, oh, I'm sure he's gay, or I'm sure he's this, or I'm sure he's that. And it's like all these things that are like, well, one, I could be gay, but I'm not. But also, why would you say that to someone you don't even know? So like, I didn't see any negativity. I saw a ton of positivity.
Yeah.
And so I think I didn't think I was even like thinking about being concerned with it, but seeing it is amazing.
It's so nice.
Like nicer than anything I could have ever imagined.
I know. And honestly, like I wasn't even concerned about people shitting on like my plate choices or my floral
I was
colors.
concerned with people shitting on your plate choices.
I wasn't concerned because I was like, I love this. And we had such an amazing, perfect day that I was like, when this goes onto the internet, like I truly, like I can bottle up how I felt about this day. And if people are like, I think those bread and butter hand-painted plates are stupid, I'm like, go fuck yourself.
I got so many DMs.
About the bread and butter plates.
I probably got a dozen bread and butter related DMs.
Oh, no, like the confirmation that I got that I didn't know that would feel so good.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Digo, do you have something to say? Do you have something that you would like to contribute besides your tongue in my nostrils?
By the way, for anyone who just heard that, that's what he sounds like all the time. He just lives loud.
He just lives loud. Oh my God. And the Twinkle Tent, everyone made me feel really good about how much Twinkle Tent cost. And I appreciate all of you. I sent myself, I screenshotted a few comments to read with you. So, I mean, like, I just want to say overall thank you to the overwhelming amount of love that we received on this video.
Yes.
And so these ones are just a little bit funny. And I wanted to highlight these just because they're so funny.
I'll get this out of the way then before we get to the funny ones then. However many people reached out to me to just say something kind about my mom not being there or whatever that all.
So many nice comments about that.
Without us giving a ton of context because it's really no one's business but ours.
And people recognize that though, which is so nice. They were so respectful of that.
I know.
Like people were not prying, which
people
was,
reached out, not asking questions. Like they said
just sending
the
love.
Nicest paragraph and that was it.
I could cry.
Okay, now we can. Well, Diggy looks so cute. Okay, now what are some of the funnier ones then?
Well, no, they're not even all funny. But so this one is, I've gotten so used to seeing Jeremy's sarcasm that seeing how in love you two really are just hit such a soft spot. So freaking cute. Congratulations, because it's so true.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like you just look so genuinely happy, and we're just looking at each other and smiling like idiots for 37 minutes.
Right. None of it was like all that cool or collected or like.
But it was like vulnerable and real.
The lack of Riz in the room was astonishing.
I mean, I don't think you need Riz on your wedding day. You've already sealed the deal.
Right. But it would have been awkward if you looked stupid dancing.
Also, I feel as if over the age of 30, we can't use Riz in a sentence seriously.
I mean, I think I am. Nope, let's go on.
Yeah. I was like, I can't wait to hear you about to defend this.
Nope, moving on.
Tell me why I didn't cry at both of my brother's weddings, but here I am sobbing like a baby. I'm going to be honest. I spent a lot of time picking specifically emotional songs that would like crescendo and swell with the emotion of what was happening.
And I heard the ones that didn't make the cut. And man, they were
some bad ones.
Yeah, there's some
ones that didn't quite hit the feels.
Weird.
In the way that I was
Royalty-free,
going to.
all you can eat music tracks.
Yeah. No, I was like, so we use a platform called Epidemic Sound for royalty-free music. And
Plug
they have, they're fucking great. They're the best. They're literally the best platform I've ever used for royalty-free music. It's music that like, I've gotten comments being like, oh, what song is this? Because that's how like not royalty-free it sounds. But anyways, they organize the genres really well. And so I was just straight up.
Weren't you in like, what words were you using?
Euphoric.
Right.
Euphoric. And there was the whole wedding playlist as well too. That was more like the wedding march song and stuff like that. But they had some really great options, and my editor absolutely killed it. And the scoring of the video, I feel like, was timed really well. This one is so funny. She also copy and pasted this onto a TikTok as well too to make sure that I really saw it. You don't look any difference, to be honest. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You always look the same with makeup on, glam or subtle. On most of your vlogs and IG photos, there's just not any significant special difference on how you look on your wedding day. Therefore, you look like any other day for you in the world of content creator. Doesn't mean you don't look good. You do, just nothing special. And okay,
hold on.
Hang on. No. But the way that I read this personally as a backhanded compliment in like a very positive way, being like, oh, so you think, because the wedding day is the best that I have ever looked in my entire life. The way like the TLC that my makeup artist put into my face as his canvas that day, I have never looked so good in my entire life.
Weird. No one told me that I look like that every day. Huh.
Well, I feel like you look the same every day, but you didn't have any.
So you just gave me what she just.
No, because I can shapeshift.
We talked about this.
I can shapeshift.
Right, you can.
And like you could comb your hair in a different way, but like you don't really do.
Wouldn't know what I would do with it.
Yeah, exactly. But I can shapeshift. And so, you know, me with no lashes, no anything, no gloss, no anything. And what I look like on the wedding day are two very different people.
I mean, I also thought you looked outstanding.
It is the hottest I have
Like-
ever looked. Shout out
Yeah.
Eros, who is a
Sure.
magician.
Shout out your face. It looked great. Like amazing. But also you've been putting so much work. Great. To be fair,
Babe, I've been
Take it as a
gouacheing.
you've been
I was
Michael
gouacheing.
Blaustein.
I've been Michael Blaustein,
Right.
gouacheing, yeah.
But like you looked better than ever.
I know.
But but things like that, those are actually the ones that I feel like I read and I go,
No, that bitch said that, and I was like, you think
have we traded places?
oh my God. Yeah, that one, no, I really took that. I received that one well.
Great.
Yeah. Why is no one talking about how much of an absolute unit her mom is? Her back was built. So impressive.
And considering the circumstances, even more impressive.
Yeah, so an update actually on my mom. She got her MRI results back and she has not one, but 2 slip discs in
One
her
for
back.
each of us.
So anyways, big stretch to go.
Diggy.
And so for her to push through the day was absolutely incredible. The wedding day ended up being her day of least pain of the days leading up to it, which was good. And she's moving in the right direction. At home, I tracked her yesterday and she was doing an aquatics seniors class with some other old people.
You're tracking her?
Yeah, I was going to FaceTime her to see if she was home. And I was like, oh, she's at the pool. And she was doing a little aquatics old people aerobics.
That's good.
Which is so great. Like water therapy is so good.
I mean, I don't really know what the recovery process is for 2 slipped discs,
Literally,
but it sounds like hell.
Rest
Right.
and activity as you can.
Sick.
Essentially. Yeah. So it's literally just time. So anyways, my mom, she was upset, I think, when she watched the vlog and saw that she could tell when she's walking around that she's moving stiffly because she has literally 2 fucking slip discs in her back. Obviously, she's not walking like a normal person.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, no one is gonna notice.
No.
And like the fact that you didn't miss a single thing that entire weekend and got on a plane with 2 slip discs in your back is crazy.
Made it happen.
Exactly. And yes, her back and her arms, there's like one clip where she's adjusting my necklace and she's literally just raising her arm up. She's not even flexing. She's not using any muscle. She's literally holding her arm up, just adjusting the clasp of my necklace. And the way that her like tricep is rippling and her delts, God, what a bitch would do for an arm like Mom DIYs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she got a backless dress on purpose because her back she is absolutely built out of her
She knew
mind.
she knew what she was doing. This was intentional.
Can
Oh,
I help
Diggle,
you,
that's
Diggle?
perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. This one is, this was a really just a shout out, I feel like, at the overall content of my editor. But wow, you didn't just give us a glimpse of the wedding. You gave us the wedding. Thank you so much for sharing so much of it with us, which was something that I like because I kind of went back and forth on like how much of everything to share.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because the day ended up being so long, it was easy to do little quick check-ins, which I love that we can look back on.
Totally.
Because I've already watched the vlog like 3 or 4 times outside of like just in the editing process. Because it just makes me so happy.
What I like about it is that and it's interesting because we've got the other footage, which is
The professional footage.
a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I like this because it doesn't feel too polished.
It's just like so raw, exactly.
Yeah.
And so like obviously it's cut together. There is unintentionally a fuck ton of slow motion in the vlog. And it's fine. It's fine. It's cinematic. Was it the original creative plan? No, but that's okay. That's okay. I saw someone leave a comment being like, yeah, there's a lot of slow mo in here. I'm watching at 1.25. And I was like, honestly, go off, queen.
1.25. Rookie numbers. Get that to 1.7
Okay, this is the last one that was really nice. You know, I'm kind of used to seeing Lauren expressing her emotions, aka squealing, but Jeremy looked so happy today. It was just so nice. It's so true though. Like after seeing those comments, I don't think I realized that like most people online haven't seen the side of you that's
No.
like silly, goofy, happy.
But you're the only person that sees that.
Yeah, totally. But like to be able to capture that in such like a candid way is just so nice.
I think that's the thing. If I knew that, not that I didn't know there were cameras,
Yeah.
but it's almost impossible to
I wasn't
show
thinking about it.
someone
Yeah.
that side unless like they're just capturing you in your life.
Candidly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like not like a reality TV perspective.
Totally. Right, exactly. So anyways,
It was perfect. I
was-
loved the way that it all came together.
everything.
And we're getting the movie soon.
Yeah, oh my God. So we posted the teaser. So I paid for the express of everything. So I think a lot of people, if this is kind of like their first wedding that they're learning about, the turnaround timeline for most wedding content is like 3 to 6 months. And
Yeah, right.
it's just so crazy because like in the world of like, you know, digital content creators, it's you want that shit next day. You want it turned around by the end of the week. So to think about waiting 3 months for something is so insane. And so anyways, I'm not entirely sure how long for the full length little video.
I can't wait to see it.
We did get our voicemails that we still have to listen to, but we opted to do the audio like phone guest book instead of just like, you know, the regular like traditional
Thing that lives on the coffee table.
Right. And those are very sweet. But I saw a few clips of just videos of people leaving voicemails just drunkenly, and they're so hysterical.
Looking at you, Mario Jose. Looking at you.
Looking at you, Mario Jose. Exactly. And I cannot wait. Anyways, reading the comments was so nice, and I could cry. And I know that we made a lot of you cry, and I would just like to say that I was also crying.
Lauren's been crying quite a bit, actually.
I've been crying so much. I'm nearing my period. I can feel it. Just by the way
your
that
spidey senses?
I was sobbing this morning about a bull terrier that needs a hug.
We gotta move. We can't talk about this. We can't talk about this. We will get to nothing else.
Anyways, I have a pertinent question for you, because the internet is perplexed by this. When you think of a sundress,
Oh boy.
what shape, material, texture?
Flowy.
Okay, flowy.
Yep.
What length?
Well, it's gonna be in the sun, right? So probably
That's
short.
a
question.
So probably on the shorter side.
Okay, interesting. Short, flowy.
Not like short, but like a sun dress is not a sun skirt,
Yes,
right?
aligned.
Right. So when I'm thinking, but like, it wouldn't be like all the way down.
So
It'd be
it's
like,
not full length.
No,
Interesting.
like middle.
So for some reason, the straight men of the internet have really banded together on being a big fan of sundresses.
Hold on, did I miss a meeting?
Yeah, I think you did, because you're not quite aligned, I would say, with the other.
But I think I'm right.
I mean, maybe.
Okay,
So
no.
so anyways, all the dudes are like, oh, it's sundress season approaching. The same way that when fall rolls around,
Yoga pant season.
we're like, oh, it's gray sweatpant season.
Yoga pant season. Yoga pant season.
For who?
Guys, to
No,
look
You
at.
in your
No, Lauren.
What is so difficult about it?
No.
What aren't you getting?
Spring summer though is not yoga pant season,
In California, it's always yoga pant season.
right? So
But fall would be yoga pant season.
I think Jeremy did say fall.
You said fall.
I said fall.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I was trying to say gray sweatpant season.
But that's not a thing.
You are incredibly incorrect.
That's not a thing. Not a thing.
No, gray sweatpant season is incredibly real, and I do not stand alone here. So anyways, as spring, summer approaches, the men of the internet are like, oh shit, it's sundress season. And when girls
Wait,
have been
hold
asking—
hold on. I'm calling bullshit. You're telling me a bunch of straight dudes got together and said, it's sundress
Yes,
season?
yes,
Lies.
yes. No.
Lies.
I have had ex-boyfriends as well too being like, would you ever wear a sundress?
wait, you know why, right, Lauren?
Because it's the booty shape situation, right?
No,
Like the silhouette,
no, it's the
easy
from-
access.
Yes.
Okay, so but this is another definition that's different then, because when I feel like guys have tried to explain what a sundress is to me, it's really tight, form-fitting at the booty, and then starts like getting a little bit looser all the way down.
Flowy.
Because most dudes, I feel like the sundress definition that I've seen a lot of is silhouette, form-fitting, down to the bottom of the butt to then flowy.
What?
That's what I'm saying. People are not aligned on the definition of a sundress.
Not a sundress. Not a sundress. Sundress you would wear after church at the picnic. Flowing. Not tight-fitting silhouette.
Okay,
Sundress.
sundress.
Sundress. It's appropriate for all ages.
Huh.
Like a 8-year-old girl
Yeah.
can wear a sundress.
Okay.
And you shouldn't have to wonder whether or not the sundress is appropriate.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Like there's no
So will you put
sexualizing
to Google
a
images to
sundress.
sundress and
I
see
don't
what comes
think
up?
you can sexualize a sundress.
Oh, but that you obviously haven't been on this
you
side
shan't.
of the
You
TikTok.
shan't.
Yeah, it's like what we all think it is. It's not the long dress.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, what did you think a sundress was?
No, because I've been getting like the examples that other dudes are giving are much more.
I feel seen.
I feel like maxi length, like floor length sundress, that are a little more fitted again to the butt. Like it's tight at the waist and then comes out.
What about that as sun?
I
What
don't
about
know.
tight, completely covering like your body is
Maybe
a sundress?
they're not trying to SPF their legs and they want the sun coverage.
Then it
I can
wouldn't be
make
a
a case for it.
sundress. It'd be a dress.
Okay, but you could wear any dress out in the sun.
Right. But I feel like there's a connotation that it's like the sun is out.
Anyways,
enjoy
there's
it.
big controversy on the definition of a sundress on the internet right now.
So am I right or wrong?
I think that you don't stand alone, but I would say that there's many different definitions floating around right now, and the men of TikTok are up in arms because they also can't agree amongst themselves.
Well, this is why I can't miss meetings.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you need to dive in there and really get your opinion
I've
in
been
there.
busy getting married. I'll
Yeah,
go back soon.
I know.
Yeah.
How's your first 2 weeks wearing a ring been?
I love it.
Hasn't even come off.
When did it came off once?
Did it come off?
I don't think okay. Here's the thing that no guy until he wears a ring
Okay.
is aware of.
Yeah.
I was not aware that my finger changes size to the degree that it does on a given day until wearing a ring. 'Cause
Oh my God.
Some days I'm like,
Yeah.
should I have gone a size up? And
Yes.
some days I'm like, this thing's about to fall off.
Yes.
But I don't think the ring's changing.
Nope.
So what the like? It's like a drastic change.
Oh my God. Yeah. Even just from like when you wake up to like midday.
Like right now, super easy.
Yeah.
But like there's times where like I can't get this fucking thing off.
Oh, totally.
Like, but that is not a thought that any dude thinks about until they
you
wear a ring.
Wait, so you didn't recognize that with your Aura ring though?
Not
You
really.
would wear that?
No.
Really?
No, but I was thinking it's because like my right hand, I don't know. I feel like my left hand's more like delicate, or I'm like doing less with it. I don't know. To me, I'm really noticing how much my fucking finger changes.
Yeah. No, it's so real. Like even just keeping my ring centered when my hands are cold is like a
Yeah.
freaking full-time job because it's just sliding around everywhere. I have gotten my Aura ring stuck on my finger so many times after I've walked for an
Oh.
hour or whatever, because I feel like my hand is just pumped full of blood from exercising for an hour.
Full.
And I'm like, oh, this is not coming off.
No.
There's not a world where this is on my little sausage finger
I
right
would
now.
be curious how much your ring diameter, like your finger changes
Mm-hmm.
on a given day. Because it genuinely feels like this ring is too big and too small,
Right. Totally
which
understand.
means it's probably the right size.
Come on, science. Come on, educational podcast.
I don't think we actually taught anyone anything.
Yeah, I think that you actually just kind of
Realized
caught
I-
up to the realization.
I
that
have
you're-
not been aware
the
of my fingers for
circulation.
32 years. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So for a change today, Jeremy has explored something on TikTok that he is gonna share. Or we're gonna. How much of this octopus situation?
Not a thing. I saw show's notes.
I think I'm going to share it.
Oh, okay, great. Well, can't
I
wait
just
to
read the document.
Yeah, I mean, I read the document too, but I didn't watch the TikToks
No.
because I cannot, for the first time, I don't know what's going on the internet. And the way that I've been chronically online for the last 2 weeks post wedding, because we've just been rotting on the couch.
I mean, I'm like almost concerned that you're like, are you going to be able to just go back to normal life, not planning anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'll be okay.
I think you'd like.
We have a dinner reservation on Saturday.
I saw that.
My
yeah.
friends are coming over for the Drag Race finale on Friday.
I did see. Yeah. Okay.
We're playing pickleball on Sunday.
We are.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
I didn't book it this time.
You didn't book it this time.
We should talk about pickleball later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have never seen this, but like I've read it, and from what I've read, TikTok is once again a science platform.
Take me away to TikTok rot time. TikTok
Rot
rot
talk.
carcass rot talk.
Let's go. All right. So for the listeners, usually how this goes is I'll like find some story that's trending on TikTok and throw it in a doc and send it to Lauren and be like, hey, let's talk about this on the pod. And she like has always heard of it, especially if it has to do with an animal.
Yes.
And
True.
this is the first time in Wild Till 9 history
I know why.
that,
I know why.
why?
Tryptophobia. Tryptophobia.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think you'll be triggered that much, but maybe.
I know why.
Oh,
That-
no, I'm
because
nervous.
she doesn't like the little suction cup.
I hate
things.
the suction cups on
Yep,
octopuses.
that's why.
Okay. So
TikTok knows you.
But even like everyone knows that I really don't fuck with like any of the primates.
Right.
And I feel like I still know when like
I saw the sweetest baby monkey get saved the other day, and I almost sent it to you, but I'm like, you're gonna hate it.
when I tell you I do not care about that baby monkey. I'm so sorry. I can't get past it. I just can't. I can't.
You didn't see how sweet he looked.
I can't.
He looks so sweet.
I can't. I would swipe. I would long hold and say not interested.
So you would have preferred them just throw the thing back into the situation he was in?
Save it, but don't tell me. Save it, don't show me. You know what? Save it, Tell me, but don't show me.
Got it. Don't ask, don't tell.
There we go. On that note, so the story begins with this is the first video that goes viral.
Okay, surprising my son with an aquarium so he can fulfill a lifelong dream of owning a pet octopus. Can you just own a pet octopus?
Hold on. Lifelong, he's 4. Okay. let's not use words like that.
He said, "Goo goo gaga, get me an octopus."
Lifelong dream. He's had dreams for 2 years.
Picture this. You're lounging in your favorite pajamas, binge watching that new show everyone's talking about. For us, Tokyo Vice, season 2, when suddenly you crave a glass of wine. Or maybe you're gearing up for game night and realize that, oops, the beer is running low. No sweat, DoorDash has got you covered.
I'm not picturing anything, Lauren. I'm remembering this exact scenario.
This is actually just our real life. This is not a hypothetical.
What do you mean, picture this?
Do you remember when?
I literally looked down at the brand and I looked at the copy and I said, I don't need to look at this copy. I can tell you everything about DoorDash. And I don't mean, like, if you were to look at my screen time on my phone.
Or Jeremy's credit card expenses.
I cannot tell you, if there's an app that I've interfaced with most, it is DoorDash, without question.
Jeremy, actually, I can credit to being a convert from other competitors over to DoorDash.
Who are they? I don't know
We don't know them.
I don't
We
know
don't know them.
I'm not kidding. DoorDash is not something where you just order food. You treat yourself to a selection of drinks that are delivered faster than you could say cheers. Hosting, you just send a little surprise bubbly to a friend, or basically just turning your sofa into the best restaurant in town.
Which it is.
DoorDash has everything from artisanal beers to top shelf spirits and everything in between, such as late night 1:30 a.m. McDonald's
Cookies?
before your wedding.
Oh yeah,
But,
that's a real life scenario.
But not saying that's an exact thing that happened.
Oh, just kidding. Maybe it's a hypothetical.
6 hours before your wedding morning, maybe you want some McDonald's.
Launching.
Like finding out if the McFlurry is still available, they'll let you know.
So use our code WILD for 25% off your next alcohol order of $35 or more, up to $15 off max value. Terms apply. Limited time offer. Order alcohol now with DoorDash. Must be 21 plus. Drink responsibly. Delivery and promotions available only in select markets.
We are big fans of DoorDash for food and alcohol. It is crazy having the ability to order a drink from your couch. One that I'm a big fan of. So next time your fridge looks a bit lonely, remember, a full refreshment restock is just a tap away from DoorDash. Beer, wine, cocktails, you name it. It's delivered through DoorDash. No store runs, no hassle, just more time enjoying the moment.
You know what this is also good for too? I just want to interject really quick. Is for when you are sending a last minute gift, bottle of something via DoorDash to someone delivered in so fast.
There's
is
something
the
about
best.
just like being able to have been thoughtful without having been thoughtful until right now.
Because
it takes a lot of planning and stuff to like get something somewhere, right? But not with DoorDash. Order your alcohol with DoorDash today and drink in the savings. Use code WILD to get 25% up to $15 value on a $35 minimum subtotal on your next alcohol order. For eligible users only. Terms apply. Must be 21 plus to order alcohol. Drink responsibly. Delivery and promotions available only in select markets.
Son with an aquarium, so he can fulfill a lifelong dream of owning a pet octopus.
And
pause for a second.
Some good information. Hold this for me.
That is Chicken Little in human reincarnation.
I don't think I have that style of like an image of Chicken Little.
It's that kid.
But it tracks, yeah.
And I just want to say, Chicken Little is the most endearing character, and I relate to Chicken Little in many, many ways. But that child could be cast.
So that's what your brain has got from this so far.
That's where we're at so far. Okay. Continue.
Also, this video got 5 million views.
That's it?
Oh!
And you know that it takes a long time to get the water right before you get an octopus, you know? Yeah. You got to put the water in something, don't you?
Younger brother finds it
Lauren has
before.
those shoes.
in.
I want to come see the tank.
Cue tears.
What's wrong? Wait, what's wrong? What's wrong?
You didn't have to do that.
Oh. That's
Go look at it.
the nicest
That's
response.
so
Look at it.
sweet.
No, we're getting our whoopsie time.
Little brother doing a great job modeling the new
There's your
tank.
tank. Wait, guess what? There's more. Come here. Come look over here.
Okay, so the tank is empty right now.
Got your filters and your pumps and your salts and all that.
You can tell I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about.
Kidding, right?
Go look at your live rocks over there. That's live rock. That's specific
Still
for
pretending that I know
saltwater
what
fish.
I'm talking about.
Proper
Guess
aquarium
what? Look at me.
shit is
We're
expensive.
gonna build a tank. We're gonna build an octopus tank.
Okay, so recap. This kid has wanted an octopus his whole life. How old is he? I don't know, maybe like 8, right?
I don't think is he 8?
The
I
way
think
I
he's
have
8. I think
no
the little.
idea.
I think the other one's like 4, and I think this one's 8.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can drink,
I think Chicken
and I
Little's
think
8.
he's above 4.
Great. So
That's the range I'm working with.
Chicken Little has wanted an octopus his whole life, and turns out owning an octopus is extremely challenging. Forget about even sourcing it. That's one thing. Also, mind you, this family's in Oklahoma.
Legal?
Can I?
Question mark?
Legal.
I don't know what this says about me, and I don't want to make this about me. I think I could find an octopus rather quickly.
We literally know someone who's an exotic fish dealer.
But right, I didn't even think about him. Yes, but I'm like, would it be difficult? I think it would be difficult to get an octopus.
I think the problem is finding a legal one.
Oh, I didn't say that I was going to
I
find
know,
a legal
exactly.
one.
Bingo.
Okay,
Who knows what they did either, but obviously they say that.
and real quick,
Do we care?
how much did an octopus cost?
Ooh.
I feel like probably a lot.
Because remember the last time we looked it up and there was like $2 you can get a bass.
Okay, what about, you know how when people go to grocery stores and they
yes.
buy the lobsters out of the tank and then like go free them and stuff like that? Could you potentially do that with an octopus that's at a grocery store and still
Do you
alive?
think that they are keeping live octopus at Ralph's?
No, but other
At
grocery
Kroger?
Other grocery stores they are.
Live octopus?
Yes.
No.
You know how the lobsters are alive?
Yes, I know lobsters, but octopus?
Yeah, I've definitely seen.
Okay, so turns out octopi are not that expensive, but I think the compounding factor is the being located in Oklahoma and them being like super difficult to ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because
Not many.
they're very fragile.
Not too many
Right.
octopi that are native
Also,
to.
octopi are
Oklahoma.
escape artists.
Yes.
So actually there's only one other octopus owner in the state of Oklahoma, like that's at least
Wow.
registered.
Registered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so
Wait, what? How much are they?
like $150.
Shut the fuck up.
We're getting an octopus.
No, we are not. But wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
They get the octopus and they name it Terrence because they buy a male octopus.
Okay.
Right? After a few days of having the octopus, they notice that Terrence is acting a little, different.
Oh, Terrence
Little.
is a... Is Terrence pregnant?
This dad is in over his head to get one octopus. I'm not showing you all the videos, obviously, because they take forever, but like their aquarium flooded and causes like $10,000 worth of damage to their
my
subfloor.
God.
Like they have to get
The
a new tank.
subfloor?
Yeah, they have to
Oh.
get a new tank because
Now they own-
they think the octopus is gonna be tiny, and then it comes and it's way too big, and they gotta get like a triple the size tank. It takes over a whole bedroom. Like
Classic, but also the classic,
my
like,
God.
you're already in.
totally.
Now I'm committed.
Well, also, now and he's doing this publicly.
Well, also, you showed the kid.
You showed the kid, right.
He said-
you're going to break Chicken Little's heart and rip his octopus away from
He
him?
goes, hey, remember when you said I didn't have to? I decided.
Okay, so perfect segue, Segu, of breaking the kid's heart. Here is the problem with the octopus being pregnant. It's not the babies. It's the fact that octopus only live like 1 to 1.5 years if they ever get pregnant. So ones that live in aquariums can live much longer.
Right.
Because
They die.
once they lay their eggs, they refuse to eat because they won't leave their cave and they have to guard their eggs and they won't like take a break to eat.
Yeah.
And so in the wild, once an octopus has laid its eggs, like it's the end of its life cycle and it's essentially starving to death and it just dies.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? That is awful.
So now they're like, oh no, she's gonna die soon. And he has to like break the news to the kid. Like his lifelong dream is coming to a very dramatic and quick end.
Okay. Probably as long as he's been alive already, but fine.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What
But
else?
also, it's kind of a nice notion when you think about the fact that the octopus is so in tune with what the kids need.
Mm-hmm.
They just forget about themselves.
I thought you were talking about Chicken Little, and I was like, I don't think Terrence cares about Chicken Little.
No. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so they reach out to like aquariumists, marine biologists.
Can you imagine that fucking email? Hi. To whom it may concern. So.
And everyone is, nobody knows exactly what to tell them, but it seems like the general consensus is the best thing to do for the potential that Terrence will survive is to remove the eggs and hope that she forgets about them and just starts eating again, because a lot of the people say there is no chance that these eggs are fertilized. They are if you're told that if the octopus hasn't been around another octopus in certain time frame, then there's no way the eggs can be fertilized.
Right, so she might just be.
So they're probably sterile, giving
Wait, what was the animal not that long ago that got itself pregnant?
The stingray, and it's still pregnant.
Got it.
Still?
Yeah, it hasn't given birth yet. It's super weird, but the babies are alive. They just did an X-ray. Anyways, I think that might be a PR stunt. That's a conspiracy theory for another day.
When I tell you that, I don't know if it'll get edited, but Show had that information so on lock.
The top of
It was
the next
and
second.
ready to go.
Wow,
That was
news
plan
updates.
B for this episode.
I get it.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
I'm just trying to get to the eel pit at the end of the day.
Yeah,
totally.
that's the end goal.
Well, Kentucky Lauren is coming out in the fall.
Wild Till 9 holiday party is going to be in the eel pit.
Totally.
Shut the fuck up.
If it's still there.
Okay, so they reached out to all these aquarium people, marine biologists, and they're like, you should probably remove the eggs. They're probably not fertilized anyways, so it might
Right.
be better to just remove them right after they were laid.
Octopus are so
yes,
smart.
answer.
When do octopus have sex? Because would they have eggs? To have eggs that are not fertilized, how did you get pregnant?
Well, it's a period, like a chicken egg.
like a chicken.
Right, but just because they have a period doesn't mean that they would have however many eggs come out.
It's
right?
weird. It's weird.
Right?
Something's not adding up. Totally. So
I'm confused.
and as is the whole world, the whole aquarium world is confused while this is happening. These guys are like, let's try and get her to eat.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy idea.
Right.
Because every aquarium on planet Earth, the most esteemed institutes have tried to do this and they can't get the octopus to eat. But guess what these motherfuckers can do in Oklahoma?
Hell
they
yeah.
get this bitch to eat. And they
Eat Terrence.
hand feed her clams to her little cave where she's at with the eggs, and she is just eating.
Probably all the things you're not supposed to do, and they're doing it, and it's working.
Where they're like, Terrence, how do you feel about Panda Express? Would you
Yes.
like a piece of orange chicken?
But also, if you're going to get an octopus in the middle of Oklahoma, you better be committed.
Yeah, Terrence, how do you feel about Bojangles?
The world feels
Speaking
great
of-
about it right now.
Speaking of, I know LA is just beside itself because LA is getting 30 locations.
Have you ever had Bojangles?
Yes, I have once, I think.
Where were you? Atlanta?
North Carolina?
Okay, yeah.
adds
It's
up.
very East Coast, up and down. Because even Kentucky, there wasn't a ton of them.
Yeah, I have had it once. I don't remember. It didn't leave a lasting impression.
No, wouldn't be my first or
What was that one place that had the cake shake?
Portillo's.
Portillo's. See, that place left a lasting impression.
Those two aren't. I wouldn't put those in the same.
Yeah.
category.
Is this more like that chicken place with the bread?
If you're gonna
Raising
compare,
Cane's.
if you're gonna compare anything to Raising Cane's,
Yeah. Is that a no?
I'm gonna walk out of this podcast.
Okay. Just kidding.
No, it'd be similar to Cookout,
Haven't had cookout.
Waffle House, but not Waffle House, but Waffle
It's a
House.
breakfast place. I feel like that's
Yeah,
not a
but
good
like
comparison.
it's more like Bojangles. It's like the memories you have of
Sure.
eating there when you were younger.
Got it. Okay, so anyway, Terrence not eating Bojangles.
Terrence is not eating Bojangles, but she's eating. And so they're like, okay, well, she should be able to live then if she's eating, because that's the only reason
Right.
that octopus die.
They waste away.
Is the gag that
Is the-
she's about to have her babies and be eaten?
The gag, Lauren, is that everyone said these eggs were not fertilized, and then out of seemingly nowhere, we have got babies.
We were wrong.
Oh my God.
Not only were we wrong,
Wait, he's kind of cute.
we almost convinced ourselves removing the eggs would be better for her. We
Holy
had
shit.
always stayed in constant contact with our BIMAC experts,
BIMAC?
one
The
of which
octopus,
had
like,
cared for
species.
dozens of BIMACs through the years. And none of them had ever laid fertile eggs.
He is kind of cute.
kinda cute,
He's
but-
kinda
Educational
cute.
and research facilities struggle
they're
with
so
hatching
little.
them in captivity.
Wow.
But this occurred 3 feet from my son's bed in central Oklahoma. In the wild, only 1% of young survive to adulthood. That is why so
Okay, that's
many
why you're
eggs
right
are
there.
laid. A baby's best hope for
look away.
survival is to quickly find a hiding place and hope it catches enough food to grow. There are very few resources on best methods for rearing baby Bimax, practically none. So we're going to figure it out the best we can, keeping in mind a few things. A baby will quickly starve if they hide in the rocks.
Okay, you want me to fast forward?
No, this is great.
Okay, so another problem is that if you leave all the babies together, they'll eat each other.
Right.
What the fuck?
So
Yeah.
this
How are there any octopus alive? Like
It's crazy.
This feels like a species
well,
that
to be
is-
fair, if you're born into the ocean, like you
Lot
just
of
swim
space.
away. But when
Oh,
you're in a
that's true.
tank,
Yeah, you gotta know
kind
where
of
to go.
problematic.
It's giving beta fish.
So this first one hatches, and he's like, "Oh fuck, they're all coming." Right? Like she has 50
It's
eggs.
happening. It's time.
It's happening, and they have to remove them like ASAP, or else they're gonna eat each other.
Right.
So someone has to be watching this tank like literally 24 hours a day.
It reminds me of Pearl.
Where the fuck are they going to put the other 50 octopus?
Oh, here we go. Perfect. It's like you
Jeremy,
read
it's
the
like
thing.
you were meant to Sagoo.
Yeah. So now they have to figure out like how the hell are we gonna house?
It's not like you can like call the neighbor and be like, hey, can we drop these off
How
for a
many
night?
eggs are there?
They guessed. I don't know that they like counted them for real, but they were like about 50.
These color-changing cuties need temporary.
You can't just drop that and then like 50?
Look at him.
He got
I
cute.
thought you were gonna say 5.
No, 50, Lauren. 50.
50
Well-
octopus?
If they start eating each other the moment they're born,
Yeah, it's like the whole mortality rate
Yeah.
thing.
That is the fucking Hunger Games. That is Hunger Games, octopi style.
temporary homes. So we are going to put our best minds
that's
and
crazy.
resources on this project.
you can like see it like changing colors.
Our best minds
That's pretty funny.
and our best resources.
I mean, it'll be a miracle
Our
if any of
in-house,
these make it.
Unpaid interns got to work constructing a high-tech solution that would keep our brood safe, separated, and well circulated.
This dude's going to go broke.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. He spent like over
Room
$20,000.
for
or
80.
something.
Oh.
And just in time. Meet number 3 JC.
Jason.
FYI, my wife named him.
Oh, look at him.
Can I get a what?
What?
And what would JC be without number 4? His boo, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Who ran the world?
Who run the world?
Gills.
Beyonce.
Okay.
What?
So this is the last update because this is like live and in progress.
Yeah.
This is the last update videos from 2 days ago. Is this one to kind of show where they're at now?
Oh no.
Round out the story. No.
I certainly underestimated people's interest in our eclectic situation.
Oh, look at
Oh my God.
Safe to say a few local mom-and-pop media shops have also picked up the story.
him. Mom and pop media shops, the New York Times, the Washington Post.
With the eyes of the world on us, there's only a few logical things to do.
They're getting big.
They're so
First,
big.
give these babies a small raise and move them into an entry-level townhome. Secondly, and most importantly, form a squad. We have gathered the best and inkiest minds. Together, we will work to procure a solution for the betterment of cephalopod kind, and
Yeah.
specifically, help place these hatchlings. We are so grateful for their help. We even brought out the big guns.
Cephalopod celebrity. Let's go.
So yeah, that's where they're at. They're figuring out how to safely get all of the babies released back into the wild.
Oh my God.
And like where to do it and how to get these little tiny
From
octopus from Oklahoma to a
Oklahoma?
coast. They have to come to California. So can this be an official call out? We will come. It's going to be in California. Lauren has nothing on the calendar after the wedding. She's free. And if you DM her and she tells you otherwise, she's lying.
Yes, she
Okay?
will. Yes,
We-
she has nothing to do.
We will go and help you release these octopi.
Oh, I just don't know if I
And
can-
I'll volunteer. Lauren will make a vlog for free. Advertising, whatever you want.
I want to be a cephalopod celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay. You going to get over the fact they have little suction cups all over the place?
Well, when they're little, it's okay.
Okay.
The big guy was scary.
Can't talk to the mom.
Okay.
Terrence.
Can't talk to the mom. Yeah, Terrence can't.
Is Terrence getting a new name or are we just going to stick with Terrence?
I think Terrence is gender fluid. It's fine.
Sure. But they named Terrence when they thought it was a boy.
So I one time was at my friend Evelyn's farm in grade 3.
I am thrilled that you've got an on-topic fucking conversation to lead us into. Keep going.
Evelyn had a hamster named Chip.
Okay.
I was holding Chip and we were sitting on the stairs playing with Chip. I was holding Chip. He was very cute. He was like a little tan and white little hamster. Chip, the male hamster,
I know where this is going.
starts having babies in my hand, starts just rocketing out pink little hamster babies. I drop Chip. I'm going to be honest, not my finest moment. I was in grade 3. I drop Chip, not very far, because we're sitting on the stairs.
So hold on, the pregnant hamster? The one that's actively having babies?
Who is in active labor.
And all the babies.
Well, babies are just
so
fucking...
Chip, the boy hamster who's having babies.
Yes, Chip, the boy hamster, is having babies. And so I drop Chip, and we're sitting on the stairs. So he probably dropped like 5 inches down to the stair. But And Chip is rocketing out these little pink freaking baby hamsters all over the stairs. I mean, a regular sized hamster.
It's crazy how bad pet owners are sometimes when they don't realize. Because octopus, I get it. Okay, not many comps. Not many comps. A lot of people have hamsters.
And also, like, we should have known because the Chip looked normal size, but Chip was shooting out fucking fetuses. It was crazy. It is such a core memory of my childhood of this Chip having babies in my hands.
And so,
Jeremy, have you never heard this story?
No.
I'm so
this
glad
is
that
crazy that it's coming up post-marriage.
5.5 years
Lauren, this
in.
is a crazy story. How have you not told this on the pod?
And so how long have they had Chip? By the way,
I don't remember.
well, I guess, okay. Are animals just fucking at like sale? Are they like all getting pregnant?
Well, no. So the thing is that they had a few hamsters, and they had a glass wall separating who they thought was their male hamster and their female hamsters on the other side. And so Chip slid in with the females. Or no, sorry, Chip was a female. A male was in with Chip on the female side because they thought Chip was a girl. Boy. And then Chip got pregnant. And then Chip had babies. Many, many babies. That's the end of my story.
But like, if you had multiple hamsters, like I would confidently tell you whether or not your dog is a boy or a girl.
See, they also lived on a farm and had a shit fuck ton of animals though too. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot going on.
I will say it is super easy to tell if your hamster's a boy or not because I was gifted everyone has hamster trauma. I was gifted a hamster.
Wow.
I don't.
In 5th grade, and don't gift anyone a hamster. I did not want one. And
I
it was a boy. It was a boy. And I would hold it and its fucking testicles would just come out all the time.
What did you name him?
Pumpkin. He was like little orange and cute.
Mine's name was Marshmallow.
Oh, crazy. Could have made a good pie. I'm vegan.
Oh my God.
But his fucking balls would just come out, and I was so young, and it made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's
and
a lot.
it made me hate him. I didn't want to hold him.
Yeah.
So if you have a male hamster, I just feel like you know it because I think that's a common trope.
Right. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, so that Chip, was out there
Having babies. Yeah.
They were like, "Do you want a hamster?"
No, you were like, no. I don't think I've ever had an animal give birth on me.
That would be my only time.
And I literally didn't have any rodents in the house as a kid.
That's unfortunate. I'm so sorry for your loss.
No, because they smell and they're loud. And now I've just got like 35-pound rodents in the house.
When we had betta fish again, because my dad said that he was allergic to dogs. Here I am now with 2 dogs. He is very much fine when he comes to stay for a week at our house. Anyways, so then we had fish, and I actually have 2 separate fish stories. It was the best I could do, okay? Because I had Marshmallow.
I would have taken fish.
Even Marshmallow, my dad was like, can't breathe. And I was like, you fucking liar. And then my Marshmallow went to my Nana and Papa's house.
You sneaky mom.
You sneaky mom. It's actually dad. So we had betta fish, and my dad, the way that he got attached to some of these betta fish was incredible. It was so funny. He would clean the tank. He was like so excited to feed them every day. And
they kill each other, right?
You can only have one. Yeah, because they will eat each other. They just like fight until one's dead. And so my first betta fish trauma is that when our first betta fish, honestly, we had so many. It could have been, his name was Fish. It could have been fish number 4. It could have been fish 7. It could have been fish 1. I don't remember. When we buried, let's just, for the story's sake, we'll call him fish 4.
Okay.
We buried fish 4 in the backyard after he passed. And there's so much wildlife in the Niagara region where I'm from. And someone dug fish 4's body up.
Well, someone or something.
Something.
Got it.
Sure, something. Yeah.
Yeah, then the neighbor lady just
had
came
him
over.
for a little sushi fish for snack.
I mean, he wasn't going to use it anyway. That's the most circle of life shit you can
His
imagine.
body was laid to rest.
Wait, you just didn't flush him like every normal person?
No, we buried him.
You would go through the process of burying a fucking fish.
And then another time, so after, I don't know what fucking beta fish number we were at. After one of our fish died, we're like, okay, should we do a different kind of fish so we can get multiple?
Fish
and so then we went to the fish store and this guy sold us a bunch of these like really cute like little fish, and they had
Okay.
like these little reds and silver stripes on them that were cute. And he was like, yeah, it's like that you can do like, 10, 15 of them in the tank or whatever. So
My guy's selling. I can tell.
Oh, this man
He's
is selling. This man is selling.
He got the job that morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you guys love these?
Totally.
Great choice.
So we go home, we get the tank, we get the water to the proper temperature, whatever, we transfer them into the tank. They start dying one by one on the first night home. Fish 1 through 10.
Can you imagine if you're a parent and like your kid's like, Mom, what's wrong?
What's
Just
happening?
Floating to the top. Dying.
That looks right. And so anyway, this motherfucker at the fish store sold us saltwater fish.
Sick.
And we tortured these poor little guys
Yep.
in fresh water
Sick.
for an entire evening until they met their death.
That's
One by one, floating on the top.
it's not talked about enough.
Fish murderers.
It's not talked about enough.
Fish
I will
murderers.
say there's a lot that goes into, keeping a fish alive to the point where I think maybe less people should try.
Less people should for sure have fish.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. You know what I did see on TikTok today? Was this guy who's had a shrimp who's been alive since 2005.
Whoa.
It was crazy.
I'm not sure I'm up on the average shrimp.
That's
life.
why it's so crazy that this octopus talk situation didn't come across my feed.
I think it's a tryptophobia thing. I also think that
Maybe.
lobsters can live forever, kind of, right?
Yeah, lobsters can live long
maybe
as fuck.
like bottom feeder like fish just don't die.
Did you ever have sea monkeys?
No.
Really?
No. I was too busy, I don't know, playing sports.
Okay, no, shut the fuck up. You had a crab of some sort.
I had a hermit crab.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're
Won
gonna
that at a fair.
come and shit on me for my sea monkeys, and you're over here with a hermit crab.
Was so afraid of it.
Why does that check out?
I literally I couldn't hold it. I couldn't literally, if it got close, I'm like, oh God, it's gonna pinch me. It was, I'm acute pain on a finger is like my
that's
worst
your worst nightmare. Yeah.
So
Right. So an animal with pinchers.
it couldn't have been a worst combo.
Yeah. No. Truly.
But, I wasn't all that interested in the cat. Wanted something else.
Right. Hermit
Yeah.
crab. It was. That's an interesting one.
They're as entertaining as they are,
Terrifying.
they're equal parts boring.
Can I see a
Smelly.
picture of a hermit crab?
You're not gonna like it. They can come out of their shell. That's kind of cool.
What's its climate? Like, what does it live?
in the
Live
Caribbean.
Sand?
On top of my fridge.
at the beach.
I don't
At the
know.
beach.
On top of your fridge.
That's where we put it.
What was his name?
Hermie?
Hermie.
Yeah.
See, that's not much better than fish 4.
Okay. Wow, those are okay.
Oh.
I gotta be honest. I had a county fair hermit crab.
You want one with the painted shell.
Yeah, mine didn't look so. That one looks like
That looks like an
that
aquatic
looks
animal.
like it could be a snack. To be honest, there's some like lobster meat in there. Mine did not look like anything you would want to eat.
Hermie, you didn't want to eat Hermie.
Mine looked like it had syphilis.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, and like it's had syphilis, and
Sure.
it's past the point of treating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Well, I'm so glad that we could give an impromptu on traumas of our past pets.
Pod number 2 after we're getting married, same shit.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was literally when I can't remember, like freaking sea monkeys. The way that the marketing behind sea monkeys was incredible.
Big C.
Oh, no,
Monkey?
big sea monkey. I just thought that like I was building a kingdom of sea monkeys.
Right.
When in reality, those little fuckers are just little mini shrimps. You know that?
No,
The marketing?
I don't really know much about sea monkeys.
Oh my gosh, will you pull up a picture of like what the packaging of sea monkeys looked like?
Yeah.
Because it came with a tank and the tank was pretty sick.
How many fucking tanks did you have as a kid?
No, it's like a Tupperware.
It's like when I say tank, I mean it's plastic.
Got it.
Yeah.
It looks like this, but this one isn't an open one, but this is what it looked like.
Oh yeah. Mine were even like a little bit older than that, I feel like.
Ew, they're so gross. Why do we want those?
I know. Why do we want those? It was just
Why
a
did
weird
you
little
want 'em?
shrimp. Well, because I love the idea of hatching something from birth and watching it be like, I'm gonna grow my kingdom of sea monkeys. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. And so you have they literally give you a baggie of shrimp eggs that you hatch.
Isn't that what you wanted to do?
What do you mean?
hatch something?
I did.
And you didn't like it?
Well, I just didn't like that I couldn't pet it.
Got it. Okay. But how did you not know that going into it?
Because I was a victim of incredible marketing of these adorable, giant sea monkeys.
Okay. And you thought you could pet the giant ones?
No, but I was like, oh, this is going to be a friend.
Why
And-
friend shaped if not friend?
If not friend.
Right. I get it.
And he was barely even friend shaped, let's be honest.
Well, I drank a bunch of milk. You had sea monkeys.
I also was forced to drink a bunch of milk.
What happened?
I would find any possible ploy that I could to dump it down the sink when my mom wasn't
I
looking.
fucking loved a full glass of skim milk.
Oh my God. The way that if I drank a full glass of milk, the way that I remember the day that I was like, oh, I'm lactose intolerant.
But the thing that gets me is that it didn't matter what the meal was. Milk.
Me too, Jeremy.
Just chicken?
I think
No.
I know why. I think it's because the only option was water and milk.
And water's boring.
And like water is gross as a kid. It was
Yeah.
boring. So
Boring.
milk had like flavor.
Some flavor to it.
I would have given you my allowance if I could not drink milk.
I mean, I was very much under the impression that if I just drank a shit ton of it, I'd be super tall and have strong bones.
And here you are, super tall,
And
strong bones.
I'm one of those things at least.
I remember there was a clear moment where I was like, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. Have you ever had a Frappuccino from Starbucks?
Yeah, so I moved on from this.
What? Frappuccinos?
No. You gonna have a conversation about shitting yourself. But okay, we'll dive into it.
I just want to be clear that I've never shit myself. I know that a lot of the internet does not agree and is not aligned with this, but I truly have not shit
Do
myself.
people speculate that you've shat yourself?
Well, everyone's like, come on, you've not just done like a little sharty shart.
I mean, I don't believe you either. I think you're lying to me and everybody else.
No, I've not shit myself.
You're telling me you've never had any poop on any of your underwear ever?
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
Lauren,
Jeremy.
it's just you and me.
Jeremy.
It's just you and me. Stop.
On our vows.
Not a little wet.
A little turd.
No, you're not even certain. Just like, oh, that probably should have been not a
No.
fart I let out here.
No.
A little bit?
No.
Not once.
I would never risk it. I don't roll the dice.
When did we start lying to each other? I just want to know.
On our dogs, on our vows.
They're not making it better.
On our dogs, I believe her now.
Yeah.
I believe that you've forgotten.
On our dogs.
What trauma happened to you that took away your memory of sharding yourself?
Chip having babies in my hands is what did it.
Okay, would your mother and father
Yes.
corroborate this?
Yes, 100%.
Well, we'll circle back next week.
And Gail did my laundry until I moved out.
I got it. What's funny is that's actually how I think, now I believe you. Because had you sharded yourself, you would know that's not a laundry situation. Those go away.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about that.
Those just go away.
Yeah. Those go
away.
into the trash.
Literally, doesn't matter where they go.
Yeah.
They go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I haven't, I can remember distinctly the last time I sharded myself.
Oh, please share.
Glad you asked. I was at band camp. No, it was in drum corps. I was literally sick as hell and playing music all fucking day outside in Texas. And I remember like we were all sick with something.
Oh, everyone had it.
Yeah. And I literally was like, when 150 fucking people are playing something, you can't just like peace out. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna shit myself. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna shit. Maybe shit myself. And then I had to stand there for.
When you say shit yourself,
Right.
are we talking like a teaspoon?
Table.
A tablespoon?
Table. Yeah. Like, it wasn't a fart.
Yeah, I mean, I would even argue that a teaspoon would not be a fart.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, that too.
Wow.
And I was one of the first to go that day.
Yeah.
So it was like more stress. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. And then soon after, let's just say that the trash was full that day. Yeah. Right.
I almost feel like if there was 150 people, I'd be like, oh, you won't miss me.
No, that's not really how drum corps works. No.
okay.
Yeah. No,
I believe you.
Yeah. Everyone's
believe
kind of
you.
like, everyone's spot is actually their own. Yeah. Quite necessary that you're there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Slay, babe.
They're not big on like, yeah, head on out.
I mean, listen, in the name of a shart, maybe, but
Yeah, no, if I was like, I'm going to shit myself, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know I was going to shit myself, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I was just like, oof, man, my tummy feels, oh, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. So now that I've shared, and it's a safe space, go ahead and just share with us your last short story.
I don't have a short story.
Okay. So, but you have so many stomach. Maybe it's because like you're just like so on top of how bad your stomach feels.
That's true.
That like you're
I
thinking
am
about
quite
it,
on
and
top
I'm
of
like,
it.
it'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm never like, oh, this will be fine.
Yeah, and in fact, I think that's what happens 9 out of 10 times as an adult when you shart. Oh, it'll be fine.
This will be fine.
Not fine.
There's never a world where I'm like, I should just, this is a 50-50. Let's roll the dice.
If you were to shart on a first date,
yeah.
what would you do?
Give me the scene. Give me the scene.
Our first date, you
Okay.
shart.
Oh.
What do you mean, ow? What is that, ow?
Well,
That
no,
makes it easier?
well, now I know exactly where we are and what I'm wearing.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got
and
it.
now I have the context.
Brown skirt?
Brown skirt, tan skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a leather thing
Like
up top? No, it was black.
no, it was black.
Yeah.
Black top.
Yeah.
And like a camel sand color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were to shart, I would have had booty shorts on, so it would have been contained for sure. Like there's a world where if I wanted to, I could probably make those go away,
Yep.
get myself situated in the bathroom and go
Come back
commando.
out. Yeah, right.
That could be an option. That could be a viable option.
But I will say there's something particularly dirty about the way that you feel post shart in public.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. But I think you could do it. Would you try and pull it off without telling me?
It depends how bad I felt. Like if I felt really bad, if it was a surprise shart out of nowhere and I felt totally normal.
Well, here's the deal. Most sharts are surprises. I'm not saying all.
No, but like your shart, you were like, you probably had like some kind of food poisoning or like
but
flu or something.
I didn't think I was about to shit myself.
Yeah, but you felt sick,
Sure.
right? Like you felt sick. Like if I felt totally normal.
Lauren, I assure you, there's no shart that comes out of your butt in public that you're even remotely expecting. That's the whole problem with them. That's the issue with sharts. That's you've arrived.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm now starting to believe that you have not sharted. Because of the way that you're like, yeah, I mean, like maybe if it was a surprise. They're never not a surprise.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, then let's fucking fix this. Let's get to it.
No, you're so right. I'm too in tune with my tummy.
Yeah. Like you'd be thinking about it. You'd be like hearing like, what's going on? Huh? You would have canceled 6 hours ago.
I would have canceled 6 hours ago, and I also
I called to confirm, you'd have canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we would have never, and I would, with my ego, would have never called you again.
Really?
Oh my God. My skin is this thick.
Really? If I'd said, hey, I'm sharting myself, I can't.
I'd be like, okay, just tell me I'm fucking hideous and move on.
Wow.
But I wouldn't say that to you. I'd be like,
yeah, I'd be like, no problem.
Oh, no, cool. It's all good.
Yeah. I've got my number 2 lined up for you in case this had fallen through.
Right.
Yeah. Got it. Well, I'm so glad that I have proved my innocence in the land of shart.
That rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
What's next?
It's the first hotline post-marriage,
Yeah. Wait.
guys.
So this is the very first time that we're hearing about other people's relationships as a married couple.
Does that somehow give us a little more credibility, do you think?
It doesn't give us less.
It's true.
I don't think that anyone should take anything that we say all that seriously, including even relationship advice. It's just what we think. But it does feel nice to not just be engaged or dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's the 2 times I've had to refer to like my wife, Lauren, felt very like
Feels so adult.
Actually, both times they were in situations where like I don't think it would have been appropriate to talk to the fiance about something.
Right.
But like the husband, you're gonna have to deal with. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Now I get to deal with your shit, babe.
My shart?
Well, we know that you don't do that yet, but I can't wait until because like Sho and I are gonna plan on like a Buffalo Wild Wings ice cream type of fucking adventure when we go and release the octopus, and we'll see if we can get you then.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
like the concoction of like all the worst things. So now let's tell people some our thoughts on how they should live their lives.
Caller number 1.
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Jeremy. First, I wanted to say how much I love the podcast. You guys make me laugh every week, which as a nurse is the best therapy. Also, I'm from Minnesota, so Jeremy, thank you for the Midwest representation.
No problem.
Anyways, here's what I need advice on. A couple weekends ago, I went out to the bar with some girlfriends and I met this guy and we got super cozy. We were flirting, we were hitting it off. His hand was on my butt the whole night pretty much. And it wasn't until a couple hours later when I got back to my hotel room with my girlfriends did I find out that he was married. I didn't see a ring. Also, it was his left hand that was on my butt, therefore no ring to be seen, if it was even on. But I'm not sure if I should tell his wife about the whole situation. He did invite me to his hotel room. I said no because I was out with my girlfriends. And he did hit me up a couple days later, but I also shot that down. So now I don't know if this is something like necessarily worth telling the wife about. I don't know. I don't want her to be stuck with the cheater, but I also don't want to ruin their marriage. So I'm stuck. Please help me. Also, say hi to Moose and Diggy. Thanks, guys.
The pit that I have in my stomach for her, oh my God.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, I want to hear.
Honestly, I have so many conflicting opinions. It's so crazy the amount of videos with social media that have gone viral of bachelor parties being out in cities and girls being like, hey, if you're getting married to a fucker named John who looks like this and is wearing this, just letting you know that he was like making out with a girl all night. Here's the video proof.
I don't think that, like, the world is connected.
Oh my God. And they'll just be like, TikTok, like show this to like put this in the algorithm of the people who need to see it. And sure enough.
Yeah. Hey, TikTok, do your thing.
Do your thing. Yeah.
It will be done.
And you see it happen all the time.
What are your thoughts though?
Okay. I think also too, because I've been chatting with, like, I've been hanging out with Kelsey a little more frequently. My first thought is that like, it feels like, okay, if this were me, here's what I would be thinking. I'd be like, okay, what if they potentially have, if they're in an open relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's becoming more and more common that couples are in an open relationship. They have an arrangement of some sort and there are boundaries that are, you know, communicated between the two of them. And maybe that's, you know, this was his night out or whatever. And maybe that's so fucking incredibly naive to say. I have no idea, but just to like give them.
That's not what you're saying it is. You're just saying that could be an option.
It's a possibility. Yeah, exactly. And because like, I just would hate to be the bearer of bad news if that's not the situation. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think that people are, for the most part, if he is this blatant of a cheater, I would say either he's stupid and she probably knows, and it's a pattern that has been an issue that she's either decided to stick through or that she's just either aware about.
Right.
Because like if he's this obvious about like bringing you back to the room and not wearing the ring and being in a public place and texting you again days later on the phone that he obviously has in his house with his wife, then he's probably been doing this kind of behavior for their entire relationship, or they have an open relationship, are like kind of like the two sides that I'm considering.
Okay, so what would you do?
I don't think I would do anything.
Yeah.
But the girl code in me wants to just check in to be like, hey, I'm not sure. And to like preface it with like, I'm not sure if you guys have an arrangement, but I just want to let you know that this is what happened. And I would want to know if it was me.
Yeah.
That's where I get stuck, is that if it was me, because I'm a hoe for monogamy.
Right. But like...
I'm a hoe for monogamy.
I get it. Well, I don't think that she's going to feel any better by telling somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think that it, unfortunately, is her responsibility or place to make that judgment call, to your point, not knowing the full picture.
Yeah.
That would change had she asked him about it and like he lied and was like, I feel like actively trying to deceive her. Right. But like her finding out later and then like, oh, I didn't know he was married. I'm gonna back off now.
Yeah.
There's not enough, I feel like, no. No matter what the situation is, you told me this. That is not the case. You lied to me, or like, that is also like an attack on her as well. Not just like whatever the fuck he's doing. Because hotel night, yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he probably does not have an open relationship.
I agree.
Probably was just out of work.
I also have two other questions, and the follow-ups are, how did she find out that he had a wife? Because I feel like we don't know that. And also, two, does she know the wife? Because I feel like that also changes.
If you know the wife.
Oh, wait, no, she met this dude at a bar. Never mind. Definitely doesn't know the wife.
No, but if you knew the wife, that'd be different.
Yeah. I
That'd be
totally agree.
different.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, that's an added context.
I had a situation many years ago where my girlfriend at the time cheated on me with a married guy.
Oh my God.
Right. And I went through this entire okay, so I know how to get in touch with his wife. I don't know him or his wife, but I know how to get in touch with them. Obviously, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And it at the end of the day, I realized I don't get to make this situation go away by trying to make people hurt more than me. I don't think me telling or trying to get involved is going to help or even I don't think that type of behavior is my responsibility to, at the same time I'm trying to deal with how I feel about it, also insert myself in somebody else's.
Yeah.
And because I didn't think it was going to help me feel any better about how shitty I felt, and I didn't really want to ruin what was probably something that's already ruined in the first place, but
Totally.
I don't want to be involved in it.
Yeah.
I was like, let them play that out.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen to me. It just happened to my relationship.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it'd be one thing if you're being actively told lies, or you were strung down many weeks, or all this time, and you were just using me.
Yeah.
He didn't say, unless he said something, whatever, that he had one. Didn't say he didn't have one, whatever. I think that just shutting him down or telling him that hey, if you contact me again, I'm going to need to know that your wife knows about this. Not even saying I'm going to tell her, but I'm going to need to know that your wife knows about this, would be all any
great,
married dude who doesn't want his wife to find out what to hear, to chill out.
Yeah. Right. Because then there's the possibility that.
Well, because you're saying, hey, you're going to tell her, or I'm going to make sure she knows.
Yeah, exactly. I also think too that if you feel like you have a guilty conscience about this, then, maybe there's.
But I would, if you really felt like she needed to know.
Yeah.
I would still say, I need to know that your wife knows about this by this date.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it.
Right. Give the guy the option
but
first.
Hey, it's your relationship. I'm sure things aren't great.
Right. But don't make me be the bearer of bad news for this.
It's also that would just cause so much added, just torturous stress. So this random girl I don't even know is asking me whether or not I have an open relationship because my husband was flirting with what?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Too much.
That's wild. God, that is. I'm also just bummed that she met a great guy who was super flirty and fun, and then ended up being a married douchebag.
Classic, he knows all the right things to say for one night.
Right.
Yeah.
Without a wedding ring.
You're gonna do a lot better than him. Forget him. He doesn't even exist in this world anymore. Fuck him.
Thank you. Next.
There's plenty of great guys in Minnesota. Don't you know? Show, can we have a happier one? Caller number 2.
Yeah, it's better. It's lighter. It's lighter.
Okay,
it's lighter.
lighter.
And more topical.
Okay.
Hello, Lauren and fiance Jeremy. I, like you guys, am also getting married this year and was hoping for some advice or help on a little situation that I'm having. So my mom and her sister, or my aunt, have recently gotten really close, which has been super nice. I'm getting to see her all the time and can't wait for them to come to our wedding. But my aunt's daughter, or my cousin, who we used to be really close with, unfortunately, over the past few years, has developed a little bit of a drinking problem. So we just don't know what to do regarding inviting her to our wedding. We originally thought we were going to invite her, figured, it'll be fine. But my mom just went to visit my aunt and my cousin. And unfortunately, she just wasn't able to handle her liquor, was kind of falling all over the place, drinking first thing in the morning. And my mom just said that that's not someone that we should want at our wedding. I have no problem with if someone's, ruining our day, asking them to leave. But it's almost, do I want to let it get to that point to happen? Do I give her the benefit of the doubt that she knows this would be an important family event and will act accordingly? Or do I just not invite her and only invite my aunt? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions, and any help is greatly appreciated. Love you guys, love the pod, and love watching Lauren's YouTube channels. Oh, and Digging Moose, of course. Thanks. Bye.
I like the order on that, Digging Moose. Kidding. I said Moose's name first. Anyway, what do you think?
I actually have
Also, first off, congrats on the wedding.
on the wedding. Yeah, exactly.
On the exciting part.
On
Yeah,
on the happy part.
And by the way, if this is truly the worst and only bad thing it's going to be between you and your wedding, it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great day.
But also, I empathize with having any added stress onto the day that's not part of like all of the logistics that you're already drowning in.
The unavoidable
on the
stress.
wedding. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's exactly what I would do. I would have a conversation because there was actually a guest at our wedding that I did something very similar with.
Yeah.
I would have a very direct and transparent conversation with your cousin and say, you are important to me. I want you to be there on our special day. I would love you to be there to, be part of it. But I will not tolerate, I think for someone who has a severe drinking problem where they're drinking in the morning, saying that essentially giving her the option of either attending and being entirely sober. Like, I don't think there's even a world that can exist where there's an option where I need you to just like drink lightly. You know what I mean? 'Cause I think that that's kind of not an option that will play out well. But I would give her the option of saying something along the lines of like, I want you to be there. And the only circumstances where I think that can be a reality for us and for everyone to enjoy their day is if you are completely sober. And if that is not a, responsibility that you feel that you can accept, then I love you so much. And again, I wish that I could have you, or I want you there. And I hope that you can do the day sober. But I think it's as much as having a conversation of giving her the option so that she's in control of her decision.
Yeah.
Because I also, I think about how much is going on and also how much happened behind the scenes that we weren't even aware about. So to have to think about the stress of what's potentially unfolding, not in your presence or in your presence, and not just being added stress, I just hate that for the bride. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I'm going to be curious to hear what the aunt thinks.
Right.
Because obviously it could go either way, I don't think you should invite her, or, oh, no, she'll be fine. No, she would never mess up that day.
Yeah,
and
exactly, right.
Both
exactly.
aren't great.
And sorry, go ahead.
I think the only thing that I would change or do differently than you is, as opposed to tell her, hey, you can come, but only if you're sober, I would really just shift it to hey, I'm having a really difficult time trying to figure out how to make sure that you can be there and be there for this special day, and we're not going to have any issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I would kind of just put it on her to come up with that solution. I don't think you can tell someone who's really struggling with alcohol, hey, the rules for you are unless
different.
Unless they've gone to rehab, or they're in a program, or they're trying to get to there. I don't think you can tell them, hey, you don't get to be you that day.
Right.
I think you need to present the situation. That,
what's hard though is that I think that conversation just opens up to an answer being oh no, I'll be totally fine.
But then great, then I have to know what fine is.
Right.
What is fine? Mm-hmm. But get her to tell you that. Don't tell her what she can and can't be that day.
I think also the added extra to this is that if she were to agree to do the day sober and anyone sees her drinking, she just gets escorted out immediately.
Sure, but even beyond that, it's you don't want that. That's not
totally. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. Yeah.
That's
but
a loss.
I'm just saying that it's here's option A and B, and there's no middle ground. Is essentially what I'm saying. Is that
right.
For me, that would how I would keep my sanity.
Oh, totally. I think the only thing is I just think, especially if it's not something that's being treated yet, and it's still much in the
totally if she's not talking about her own issues
right.
as an addiction and
right.
being
if she doesn't think she has an issue,
yeah, right. That's
right.
what I'm saying. Then
it's almost noon.
The verbiage
it's the third vodka. It's
has
fine.
to be totally different
right.
if she's not aware that she's an addict.
And that's why it's I would need that person to tell me how they see that day going well,
right.
and then go, okay, I want to make sure I'm hearing you. And then just define that and be very, very intentional about that. But I don't think you can tell someone who's struggling with any substance that the rules are different for them on that day that has yet to happen. Because I just don't think that many people are ready to admit that the day probably will go poorly
right.
if they're left to their own vices.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
So sorry for the added stress on your big special day. That is so ass.
Family's great. Family's great. They're awesome.
The best.
But also just like that's you're not alone in that one.
Yeah.
Everyone has a very similar problem, and I'm not saying that we know what you're going through, but I am saying that there are a lot of people who relate to the situation that you're in.
100%.
Yeah.
I have a thought.
Yeah.
Go with your gut, and historically in my life, if you don't invite her, she will know why, and she probably will not complain to you because it's like a sore subject.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about that like confrontation, I would worry less about that. And just like if you're calling into the podcast and submitting this question, you probably know the answer.
Yeah. But I'm of the opinion that when someone means something to you, it's actually more important to call them and tell them why they're not invited. You've heard me do this before. Like I'm big on. I agree with your show. She will know. Exactly.
No, Jeremy's big on confrontation.
No, but I'm like you have to like.
No, you do a really great job of just grabbing the bull by the horns.
Like
I think I meant she won't be mad.
No, totally. But like I would almost be like, hey, we're gonna have a call that I hope we never have again. It's uncomfortable. It's upsetting for me, and I know it's gonna be worse for you. I want to explain to you why you're not invited to my wedding. That's a terrible thing to have to say. But like, if there's any love there at all, in hindsight at least, she'll understand. And in the present, I think you'll have a much better opportunity of like not being like, well, like she didn't invite me, she didn't trust me. It's like, no, I need you to get better. I'm not going to put you in a room filled with free drinks. Why would I do that to you?
For a small hourly rate, Jeremy actually will make the call for you.
I in fact love those conversations.
I literally like anytime I can pawn off a scary conversation like this to Jeremy, I do so immediately.
When I told you that I was calling someone to tell them that they weren't invited to our wedding things, you were like,
"Oh, I'm hyperventilating from a floor away when Jeremy's on the phone."
Because you mean you mean a lot to me. That's why you're getting this.
No,
call.
listen, this is the way to do it for sure. It's just scary. Confrontation's hard.
It is until you get there, and then it's like
no, it's still hard usually when you're there. It's uncomfortable and it's hard and it's awkward and
I get it.
People get defensive and it's you trip over your words. It's hard.
Yeah.
Not everyone can have the sales 101.
Oh, that's not sales. That's just like
no, but the way that you're able to package words in a way that is so much better does come, I think, from your sales background.
I will say the pacing of it.
Yeah.
Or like,
No, it's not even the pacing. It's not even the pacing. It's the packaging.
What do you mean packaging?
Like the way that you're able to relay the message in a way because you understand.
Well, that's ADHD power. Wait, where do I want this? Where have I already like ended up? And how am I going to get people to get there? Because I'm already there. I've skipped past it.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. Our therapist knows.
No, I skipped past it. So I'm like, all right, how do I get people here?
No, but your understanding of people.
Oh, yeah.
I think as like the end, on the other end of the conversation, the end consumer, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? It's like your understanding of that. I'm trying to give you a compliment.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it.
Take it.
I'm working on that.
Take it.
I'm working on that. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what? I am fucking great at it. You're right. Ew. Gross.
Hated that.
Hated it. Fucking hated it. Are we back on regular schedule?
Yeah.
I missed the pod.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
We're so back.
And who do we have on next week?
Diggy.
We could get him.
We can go back to Diggy. For a small rider of one empty water bottle that he can chew on and a little salty snack.
Diggy's needs are the antithesis of that octopus.
Oh,
Just
man.
give him enough air to breathe and a hand that will rub his belly. He's good.
Ecstatic.
I love you.
Is that?
To you.
Oh, thank you so much.
To you. To Lauren. Guys, I changed Lauren's name in my phone and put a new contact photo and everything. And gave it like wife and like all the cool things, whatever. And it looks so fucking cute.
I'm the emergency contact wife now.
Oh, you don't emergency.
Bitch,
Ooh.
I already saw the little star.
You were my emergency contact week 6.
I know.
If you're in Latvia, I love you.
Good night.
If you're outside of Latvia, I also love you.
Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.